Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into two significant topics that shape the relationship between India and Pakistan, the Indus Water Treaty and the Attari Border. Now, you might be thinking, Sindhu, those sound like two wildly different things. And you'd be right, they are wildly different. One is a binding agreement about a vital resource, and the other is a heavily guarded border that hosts a daily ceremony that can only be described as a meticulously choreographed display of, well, we'll get into that. Look, the relationship between India and Pakistan is complicated, we all know that, but to understand it, you need to understand the history, the points of contention, and yes, even the bizarre ways they try to one-up each other on the world stage. That's what we're here to do. Break down these two fascinating aspects, because believe me, they are much more interesting than they sound on the surface. So, buckle up as we journey through the history of the Indus Water Treaty, a surprisingly resilient agreement in a region known for, well, let's just say, not always getting along. And then, hold on to your hats as we unpack the daily spectacle that is the Wagah Attari Border ceremony. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Picture this. 1960. The Cold War is simmering, tensions are high, and India and Pakistan, just over a decade into their independence, are staring each other down over a river. Not just any river, mind you, but the mighty Indus and its tributaries. I mean, we've all seen what happens when people fight over parking spaces, so you can imagine the stakes when a vital water source is involved. Enter the World Bank, playing the role of the exasperated mediator, trying to get these two to share nicely, and somehow, against all odds, they hammered out a treaty. A document so comprehensive, so detailed, it makes your average prenup look like a sticky note. This, my friends, is the story of the Indus Water Treaty. The Indus River isn't just some body of water, it's the lifeblood of this region. For thousands of years, it's been the source of life, agriculture, and frankly, a whole lot of historical drama. We're talking civilizations rising and falling, empires clashing, all with this river as the backdrop. Fast forward to the partition of India and Pakistan in 1947, and suddenly this river, this shared resource, becomes a point of major contention. You can't exactly draw a line down a river and tell one side to just deal with it. Trust me, I've tried with a cake once, it doesn't end well. The Indus Water Treaty is a masterclass in compromise and overly detailed legal documents. It divides the 6 rivers of the Indus system between the two countries. India gets the eastern rivers, Ravi, Beas and Sutlej, while Pakistan gets the lion's share of the western rivers, Indus, Jhelum and Chenab. And because this isn't a playground squabble, well, not entirely, the treaty also outlines how the water can be used. We're talking irrigation, hydropower, even some provisions for environmental flows. It's like a water-sharing constitution. And let's be honest, some countries could use that kind of clarity on sharing resources. Chapter 4. Now, you didn't think a treaty this important wouldn't have a few screaming matches along the way, did you? Over the years, there have been disagreements, accusations, and enough diplomatic standoffs to make a UN ambassador break out in hives. India's building a dam, Pakistan cries foul. Pakistan wants to modify a project, India throws a diplomatic tantrum. But here's the thing about the Indus Water Treaty. It has a built-in dispute resolution mechanism. So instead of, or maybe after, lobbing accusations, the two sides can actually sit down and hash things out, either directly or with the help of neutral experts. It's not always pretty, but hey, it's better than a water war, right? Chapter 5. Attari Border, where flags fly high and tensions run higher. Shifting gears from rivers to something a little more grounded. Enter the Attari Border, a 2.5-kilometer stretch of land separating India and Pakistan. This, my friends, isn't just any border crossing, it's a symbol of division, a reminder of a shared history, and the stage for a daily spectacle that makes the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade look like a low-budget community theatre production. Located near the Pakistani city of Lahore and the Indian city of Amritsar, the Attari Border is a place where emotions run high and the weight of history is palpable. It's a place where families separated by partition once caught fleeting glimpses of loved ones, and where even today the air crackles with a strange mix of tension and anticipation. Chapter 6. The Wagah Attari ceremony, high kicks, glares, and patriotic fervor. Every evening, as the sun begins its descent, something truly bizarre happens at the Attari Border. It's a ceremony, a tradition, some might even say a carefully choreographed display of national pride with a side of military swagger. We're talking goose-stepping soldiers, synchronized flag lowering, and enough staring to make a hawk eye uncomfortable. Imagine this. Soldiers on both sides, dressed in their finest, engaging in a display of synchronized aggression. High kicks, stomps and glares that could curdle milk. The crowds on both sides roar their approval, caught up in the spectacle of it all. It's loud, it's intense, and frankly, it's a little bit unhinged. Chapter 7, more than just a river and a border, the bigger picture. So what have we learned today? The Indus Water Treaty and the Attari Border, as different as they are, both highlight the complex relationship between India and Pakistan. One is a testament to cooperation, a reminder that even with a history of conflict, it's possible to share a vital resource. The other, well, it's a bit more complicated. The Wagah Attari ceremony, while entertaining, reminds us of the ever-present tension, the historical baggage, and the need for continued dialogue and understanding. It's a reminder that peace, much like a well-maintained irrigation canal, requires constant effort and vigilance. Outro, same river, different boats. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on international relations and history. The story of the Indus Water Treaty and the Attari Border is just one small chapter in the ongoing saga of India and Pakistan. It's a story of cooperation and conflict, of shared history and divergent paths. Understanding these complexities is crucial, not just for the sake of historical knowledge, but for navigating the future of this region. After all, when two nuclear-armed neighbors share a river and a history as intricate as this, the stakes couldn't be higher. So stay curious, keep questioning, and remember, sometimes the most fascinating stories are found where you least expect them.